livelihoods in that state. None of us are going to make it through the winter time to keep getting these prices. None of us. You want to say industry fall?
Get down now.
$1 billion industry just fall flat on its face. 10% of the state's revenue comes from us. All of y'all, myself. Now, can they afford us to go down with 10% of the budget? Come on now. They need us as much as we need them. They need to understand this. We're tired of this. Fishermen are going to stand up for what's right and what they think is right. But we know it's right. Feinberg, he needs to come on. He keeps saying we don't have the like documentation. We have trip tickets. We have fuel tickets. Like documentation, we're tired of hearing that same old song that he keeps singing. It's bull.
Feinberg got too much power, Stick.
Too much power for one man to have. When you go to give one man that much power, he's killing every one of us.
Money he's made.
The only one making money out of this thing is Feinberg. $1.2 million a month.
He made it right for him. That's right.
How y'all doing today? Looks like we got a good crowd out here.
We need a bigger one, Dave.
There you go. We got a good one. We got a good people out here. Going back to what the mayor said, we went to Washington, and I believe it was '86, and I got to see my first kid-friendly turtle. Born and raised on a shrimp boat, born and raised in a shrimp dock, lived in Grand Isle all my life. Never had seen a kid-friendly turtle before I got to Washington. You know?
That's crazy, yeah?
I mean, it's unbelievable, you know. I thought it was a big joke when this started, you know. But it's time right now that what we really need to happen is all these legislators need to go find the Attorney General, and the Attorney General's job is to represent the people of Louisiana and get in there and file a lawsuit against these turtle people. They need to file a lawsuit against the turtle people because they can't prove that we're killing something that we're not killing. We all know we're not killing it. There's no way they can prove that we're killing it because we're not. We need the Attorney General to sue these turtle people for quit giving us a bad name on the market and quit making us look bad. And then they need to turn around and sue National Marine Fisheries for getting out there, getting on our boats, sending agents down here that don't know how to measure the tads, never measured the tads before, and giving out people tickets for some that they don't even know how to do the job. The agents that's been down here have sent letters to Washington repeatedly telling them that we're not the ones killing the turtles, and the people from Washington send letters back and say go give tickets. And that's what's going on. So we don't have 50% compliance. We got 97% compliance like we always had before, because you can take 5 different agents, put the tad up, and they'll have 5 different conclusions. So until they come up with something that's got any science in it, they need to stop giving us tickets. And the first thing we got to do is find out who's funding these turtle people.
BP.
There you go. And we need to sue them too for funding them, because they're the ones that's funding these turtle people, because they don't want us in the Gulf. If we're not in the Gulf, next time they spill oil again, there'll be less liability for them.
That's right.
You know? And as far as prices, we had took care of our problem. In '09, we spent many hours, a lot of y'all spent many hours coming up here. And we went to the feds and we told them what was happening in our industry. You had people up in the middle of the country that was taking Chinese shrimp and putting it in a box that said Louisiana. So we was in a business with no supply and demand. And if anybody knows anything about business, if you ain't got supply and demand, you ain't got nothing. Well, we had took care of that problem, and if you look back, you can see that our prices were soaring in November, December of '09, and they continued into 2010. And we had everything going for us. 10 years of going to Washington, 10 years of coming to Baton Rouge, 10 years of defending ourselves on stuff we wasn't doing, and we finally had everything in place, and here comes along BP. And you know, BP got to pay the bill for this. BP got to pay the bill, but somebody got to force them to pay the bill. Instead of them just giving $30 million to this state agency and $20 million to that state agency, Why don't they give it to the people that's been affected by the spill? You know, we live on the coast, and we was hit first on the coast with the spill. So what does BP do? The first thing they do is close our claim offices. Close them, make us not. There wasn't half a spilling all on us. Now they want us to spend half out there driving around looking for them. Well, we didn't look for the all come find us. You know, there's a lot of bad things going on over here. And I tell you, well, you can see by how many people they got up here. If we wouldn't be having no trouble, you wouldn't have this many people here because everybody would rather be at home fishing, you know. So I appreciate y'all all coming, and let's let them know this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. We're not going to be one and done. We will be back. If they don't do the job, we will be back. Thank y'all. Y'all have a nice day.
Woo! Revolution!
What about the CCA?
I want to thank everybody, all our legislators, for stepping up to the plate. This is a good friend of mine, Tracy Kuhn. She's a member of Louisiana Shrimp Association, and she also runs Louisiana Biokeeper.
As Clint said, my name is Tracy Kuhn with Louisiana Biokeepers Fishing Community Family Support Center in Bear Terre, Louisiana. My husband is a shrimper, and so clean water and healthy habitat is important to us and all of our fishermen. We work on those environmental issues. This blaming the shrimpers for turtle deaths in the Gulf of Mexico is ludicrous.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Ludicrous.
Sorry. What is going on here is there are these huge environmental organizations from other parts of the country, like California, who have systematically over the past 25 years regulated our fishermen and our fishing communities to death, literally. They have stolen our jobs, they have stolen our culture. They are being funded in the millions of dollars by foundations who get huge amounts of money from oil companies. The fact that our government agencies, both our federal and hopefully not our state, but our federal right now, agencies are going along with making fishermen scapegoats for turtle deaths, just boggles my mind. It absolutely boggles my mind. They are letting BP off the hook. We just had one of the biggest oil spills in the history of this country, where they sprayed 1.8 million gallons of toxic dispersant all through the Gulf of Mexico and in our inland waters. And now they're going to say that turtles, the dolphins too, the starfish that washed up, all of the fish that were killed, did we kill everything out there? The fishermen are not killing turtles. They do not have the proof of that. What we know from Alaska oil spill is that marine life died that had no visible oil on it. And what they found out when they did necropsies of the brains is there was neurological damage that caused them to stop breathing. So we need to all stand together. Everybody along the Gulf Coast who treasures the culture we have here, we need to stand up against these organizations from California and other parts of the country and save our own culture and our own people and our own communities and our own jobs. We can't let them just hammer us with this stuff. We need to help each other.